Was the last printer that I had, and I'm replacing it because I want to expand my home office so that I can handle a couple more items of work and handle it easier. This was a Hewlett-Packard Officejet 4632, which I made reviews about, I think probably between a year or possibly 2 years ago. The feeder on the bottom started, for whatever reason, misfeeding paper. And I don't know if it's fixable, because the sad thing is all of this shit is made in China now. I remember when Hewlett-Packard products used to be made outside of mainland China, and when they were, I still have a Hewlett-Packard printer from a long time ago, back in the 90s, and it still works okay, but it's not as fast as the newest stuff. Thing about it is, with these cheap plastic parts in the base, most of these printers, you have problems with the misfeeds, the jams, and then you have problems with parts of it breaking. Other than that, I hadn't had any major problem with it, but unfortunately the jams made it so that I felt that I had to get a new printer. So basically, I'm replacing this printer right now with a brand new, larger, more heavy-duty model. So this is the replacement. Never mind the fact that I'm watching Panic Room in the background. But anyway, this is the Hewlett-Packard Officejet Pro 8710. This model is one step above the 8610, which I already did a review on. And basically, it doesn't have wireless network printing. So because of that, I have right here, I have a little 4-port router that I bought a while ago, and now I finally found a use for it. I have a bunch of routers in my house because I've been expanding my network all over. But anyway, it doesn't have wireless printing, but it obviously has USB, and it obviously has network printing. Hewlett-Packard has recently tried to streamline their devices by making it so that all of them have network printing. And then on top of that, next to the number, they usually put a W, which stands for wireless, or they put a D, which stands for duplex. There were a number of people who tried to email me about the 8610 review that I did, asking about, well, how do you make the thing duplex? The problem is, some of these things don't have duplex, and unless you specifically buy one that says that it has color duplex or black and white duplex, and it has that little D right there, you don't get duplex. I didn't need duplex for this because I actually have a larger printer at my office, but for my home office I didn't feel that I needed it because I can do the really heavy work there. So that's just this model was because it was $150 with a 2-year contract or whatever you want to call it from Micro Center. The way it works is if something goes wrong with it that they obviously can't fix, because since this shit is made in China now, everything's made in China. It's cheaper for them to simply give you a store credit and sell you something new than it is for them to attempt to replace anything. So basically, for the next 2 years, just in case I have any problems, I can always take it back, get a store credit, and then buy something newer. And obviously, this model will be discontinued. And when it gets discontinued, they'll have a wireless model that they already have step up to fill its place. That's pretty much how they handle it. So as you can see, this printer has a large black cartridge, cyan, yellow, and magenta. That comes packaged with the computer printer. Then it comes with a little 56K modem cable, power cord. It's the same type of power cord that Hewlett-Packard uses on the majority of their printers. So if you're replacing an old printer, which I am, you can either choose to use the old one or you can use the new one. Comes with the Officejet Pro setup, which you definitely want to use since it has all the drivers and everything. And Windows 10 pretty much recognizes most of these printers, but it always makes sense to just use the setup disk if necessary, which probably it will be necessary, so I'm going to do it anyway. Comes with instant ink. You know what the sad thing about it, and hopefully somebody from Hewlett-Packard actually sees my comment, I never ever tried to really use these things, and the problem is I don't know if they package it just because they like wasting paper or what, but these things where they talk about getting cheaper ink, by the time that I need ink, I've forgotten all about these cards. So yeah, I'm gonna leave this in the box until I actually need more ink, but I've never actually used one of these things. To me, if you really want to save me money, make the ink cheaper at the cash register, because most likely if I try to buy ink, I'm not going to remember to have shit like this ready with me. So, you know, it just saved me the time, saved me the trouble. I hate extra paper. It's like save a tree, goddammit, save a tree. So, let's pull all this stuff out and get this thing into place. They pretty much already know that you're gonna end up with paper jam sooner or later. In the back, you have an access port. This is what it looks like in the back. You have a USB port. You have a Ethernet link, which I'm probably gonna use in a second. And then you have the fax line, which I'm obviously gonna use for the fax setup. There is a easy access port here. Right here, you pull these two in. This part comes out just in case you have a paper jam. Seems to snap right back. Very minimal effort. All of this shit is made of plastic. Now imagine if more of this shit was made of metal. If it was made of metal or aluminum, maybe shit wouldn't break so easily. But you can't tell China that. As far as they're concerned, all they want you to do is keep on buying shit so you keep sending your money over there. So this way, once they stock up on US dollar cash, then they can just come over here and buy up all your property. I don't know where your kids are gonna live, but my guess is that they're most likely gonna end up renting from an Asian. There you go. Power cord, Ethernet wire, phone cable, and USB. It comes with a lot of sticky packing tape and whatnot in order to protect it. So you gotta obviously clear all that shit out first before you actually start using it. That is the flatbed scanner. Clear all this stuff out. So, right here, I haven't turned it on yet. This is the inside of the machine, not that it matters, because when this shit breaks down, there ain't nothing you can do about it anyway. So, you know, just take it back and get some more Chinese-made products. More packing tape on the inside, you gotta clear all this stuff out. So, the power button, a little hidden, but it's there. Right next to a USB port so that you can scan things directly to USB. Which is a great feature for certain people. Some people will absolutely need that feature. Initial setup, which is interesting because I see a wireless configuration thing. I don't know if it has wireless, but if it does, I'm gonna find out. It actually might have it, despite the fact that the thing didn't actually let me know it did. So whatever, if it does, all you got to do is set it up on your home network. You can avoid using the Ethernet cable. I am in USA. Yes, I have selected USA, the #1 country on the planet. So anyway, let's see. Oh, it has a nice roll dial here. So 6, what is this? Oh, the time. What time is it? 12:46. So interesting roll dial. Thank you, Apple, for popularizing that. Not Android, because they came much later and their phones suck. So anyway, 12:46. Continue setup. No, you don't have to give me a tour right now. So general setup. Let's see what we got to do. This setup mode is for printer installation. The printer should not be shipped to another whatever. Okay, so checks the printer. Good. I'm gonna have to put ink in it in a minute. Check the printer. Okay. So I'm going to obviously have to install the cartridges. It says use the cartridges that came with the printer. Now, just in case you're a dumbass and you can't figure it out, they have a little video. Look at this shit. This is 2017. This is where we've come. We're so technologically advanced that we can have little animations to show people shit that they should be able to use common sense to figure out. Isn't that cool? And it's beautiful too. It's so elegant. I love. See, that's why I keep buying Hewlett-Packard products. I mean, despite the fact that all this shit's made in China and half of it breaks like within a year or two, I just like the way they do their advertising. I'm glad I saved $70 on this printer by buying it at Micro Center. You know, so the total thing was, you know, $150 with the 2-year service contract, just in case I need it. The service contract was only $20, so that was $20 extra. You know, some people say, I don't want the service contract, I don't want the service contract. The thing about it is, if anything goes wrong, this shit's going right back, and I'm getting a newer one. That's all. So, cartridges. Gotta install the cartridges. I'm glad the black cartridge is really big. So, you know, because most of your printing is usually going to be black and white. I mean, I don't do much color printing at home. Okay, so basically with these printers, you just slide that cartridge right up in there. You just slide it in there and it clicks. There you go, you hear the click. Then you take the blue one, all the blue ones right here. Just make sure the dot's at the bottom. Okay, so it pops out. There it goes. Okay, now the yellow. So that means now you replace 4 cartridges, but the thing lets you know if one cartridge gets empty before the next. So this way you don't have to always buy every cartridge. Sometimes you can catch these things on sale at Staples. So you can see it has the digital indicator for the computer and whatnot. Sometimes you can catch them on sale at Staples and Office Max. When you do, it's always best to buy like at least one extra. And then you close her up. Very straightforward. See, Hewlett Packard, they just make it so easy to take your money. Okay, then it checks the cartridges. It says load unused paper. Load unused paper. So, ooh, shit, this thing's good. Sounds like a turbo Hyundai turbo car. Okay. So it has, now some people don't know how to use these trays. When you see 8.5 by 11, you know you're talking about letter paper. If you pull this tray out by clicking this button to change to legal, you can pull this part and the whole thing ejects to the point where it makes it longer so you can load legal. And then it clicks back. All this shit is plastic, ain't that something? So anyway, this part right here accepts envelopes and whatnot, just in case you need to load envelopes. Some people have asked me on my videos, they say, hey, how do I use an envelope? You know, you have no idea how hard it is to explain how you're supposed to use an envelope, but it's hard. So, there's also 4x6, they say, and then those are the envelopes right there. So if you want to print greeting cards, you can do that. And then they have the side adjustments that you see right there. In order for you really to use this thing, you probably would have to watch the tutorial if you've never used one of these before. So I do implore you that if you don't know how to do it, please watch the tutorial. They pretty much have it on the website. Finger switch right here lets the computer know that you're using 8.5 by 11, as you can see. So once you pull it back, that's when you load the paper in. Paper gets loaded, so now it's going to want to check to make sure that it aligns itself. Touch continue to do the printer alignment. So it asks, well, do you want to connect the printer to a wireless network? Oh, so it does have, I think it does have wireless, or by using the USB cable. I kind of would like to have it network print. So let's see what I have to do. Using a web browser on your mobile device, visit this website. Yeah, and see, that's the thing. It doesn't have wireless, but it does have network printing. So the other model that does have wireless would allow you from this point right here to enter in your Wi-Fi codes and whatnot. But this one obviously does not have that. So I could use USB only, but I'm definitely going to use network printing. So it says you will not be able to enroll HP Instant Ink at this time. So I'll do that later while it's printing out the test page. Would you like to accept HP connected terms? Yeah, why not? Would you like to accept? Yeah, whatever. Printer must check for updates. Automatically, it will want to use websites. That's fine. Printer updates. Install automatically. I'm not interested in you telling me that you have to update yourself. Just do it. Jesus, I gotta work with you. So anyway, acquiring email address. That's interesting. That's not my email address, so that means I have to enter it. It's still printing out the test page. This is the alignment page right here. Okay, so HP ePrint is on. That means I can print directly from my iPhone. Okay, so then I'm supposed to put this in. Yeah, HP, go ahead, take my data. So what does it say? Printer usage location, home. For personal business, home-based business. Oh, I don't know if you can see that, home-based business. home-based business, confirm, push OK, I'll take care of that later. Thank you for choosing HP. So now it's going to want this scan copy. So these are the features: scan to USB, copy a document, scan to USB. What else? Copy ID card. Let's go home. Let's go home. Congratulations! Your printer is now web connected and has its own email address. I'm gonna change this anyway, so it really doesn't matter. I'm gonna change all this. So this is what it does. This is how it prints out everything. I'm gonna make my printer locked down, so you know, even though you can probably see this, it really won't matter. And then I have to put my alignment page in. Okay, so let's go for the alignment. So once again, you got to use your tabs, and you load from the top. Let's go with the alignment. Document loaded. Some fax, copy document. What's down here? Apps. Forms, drive, scan to email. No. So it's probably settings. It's a small touchscreen, but it does work. Quiet mode, network setup, Wi-Fi direct. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out what the extent of its networking is, but as far as I can tell, it doesn't say that it has wireless on it. It also doesn't have the flashing blue light, which typically Hewlett-Packard printers do. So, fax setup, cartridge information, printer maintenance, clean printhead, align printhead, update the printer, restore, align printhead, the printer system ready to start the alignment process. So here's the issue. The first page I printed out, it didn't realize that I wasn't going to continue with the alignment process. So now it's just going to print one more. Or no, in fact, I think it's going to align the printhead by itself. So that alignment page, I'll probably end up doing a realignment later. So, oh, in fact, it's going to do it right now. One thing I love about their printers is they're very straightforward. I wish the quality of the materials was a little higher, but then again, they're able to get it to you cheaper by making it so they use cheaper materials. So it's one of those free market decisions, because ultimately a free market is always right. People vote with their dollar. People choose to get quality, but not at the expense of a low price. So what ends up happening is, you know, you basically pick how much you want to spend, but you're not going to spend so little that you get something really, really, really cheap. You're just going to spend just enough so that you get quality without getting something too cheap. So in my case, it was $150. And that was another free market economics lesson brought to you by Big Truck Series Review. Let's align this bastard. Then I also have to set up the fax machine, which is not terribly difficult. It's actually pretty easy. You can actually set up the fax machine when you put the CD in the printer. The fax machine has a CD-based setup system for itself, so that can, you know, streamline the process a little bit. The reason why I'm letting this video play just like this is because I want you to see how much time it is expected to take. So that means this video will probably end up being about 20 minutes long. Okay. Now it says, so let's see what it wants me to do. Tell me what to do. Tell me what to do, printer. Tell me what to do. Come on. It's taking too long. Come on, tell me. What do you want of me? Okay. I'm gonna put it on the flatbed. Wait, you know what? It didn't ask. You know what? Maybe I'll just, it looks like it's printing okay. I don't know. Maybe I don't have to do it. I don't know. I printed out 2 of these damn things, but it never asked me to do the second step. Okay, let's see about the networking. Okay, networking, it tells you what the MAC address is and all that shit. All this stuff I'm going to change anyway because I have to actually connect it. So when I connect it, I always use my own custom addressing so that nobody can print off my shit. What else do they have? The ePrint system. No, well, we'll do that later. Display email address, print info page. I can do all that later because I have to set this up on my Fios network. So pretty much that's basically it. I mean, the only other thing is you got to send fax. You got to set up the fax machine, enter a number. It can send, but the printer obviously has to be set up to know, well, how does it ignore, you know, how does it ignore phone calls? Because you don't want the thing coming on every single time you get a phone call. So other than that, that's pretty much it. I don't think there's anything that I really missed. I'm gonna put the software in. I want you to use the online system. You have a choice between using online or using the CD by itself. So I chose to use the online system. And they have, you know, pretty much all of the printer settings and whatnot stored online. They can download stuff back and forth. So it says, where's the model number? I know what the model number is. It says begin. And at this point, you know, it says make sure the printer cartridges, load paper, power, install printer software. So I've pretty much done. Click download to get the recommended software. So basically everything comes straight on down. One step closer to easy printing. And that's another thing. When you want to do certain things, it's better to use their software. Because if you use their software, it'll pretty much make it very easy.
We used to run out of ink fairly often, and always at the wrong time.
They desperately want to get you in this ink program.
HP Instant Ink replacement service, and we haven't run out of ink since. HP Instant Ink delivers the value, convenience, and flexibility we always wanted for our everyday life.
If you say so, I'll you know, once again, it's like I ain't got time for that. I mean, you know, I should make time for that. It's just that I ain't got time for that. Just if you want to make it easy for me, just make the ink cheaper at the cashier. You know, you don't even have to send me coupons. Just make the shit cheaper. This way you can save money printing paper. Save the trees. Okay, push run. And that's, you know, it's a pretty straightforward process. I mean, they make it so streamlined. It basically does itself. So once this finishes, the whole system will be completely set up. Everything from the fax machine to, you know, everything else. It's like it'll just all do itself. Yeah, of course. Okay, and that's basic. It's very straightforward. Download 158 megabytes worth of software. It takes about 5 minutes, and then the installation, you know, that's all included. So this is the part where you enter all your fax information and it goes directly to the printer. The last check page, you have to make sure that you let it know if you're sharing a voice line and an answering machine line. And you also have to let it know whether or not you have ADSL or DSL. The reason why is because DSL can cause interference and it can cause noise on the line, which is why DSL subscriptions come with micro filters that you have to add to your 56K wires. But I don't think many people are using DSL now. I have Verizon Fios, so you know I don't have to worry about that at all. I'm using a dial modem on this line. No, I'm not. I don't think anybody uses modems anymore, not unless you live in the shittiest third world country on the planet. And that's basically a really quick setup. Would you like to print a confirmation after a fax is sent? Not really. Do you need to dial any digits before? Yes. Outside line. Yes, I need to dial a prefix. No. I think the answer is no, but we have to dial 1. So I'm not sure if I should put 1 or not. I'll test it like this and see how it all works. Okay, so I'm running the test again. This time, the fax machine seems to be attempting to dial. I made sure it's connected to a live jack, so this time it looks like things are working fine. So I think this test should go very, very well this time. It's amazing that this day and age we're still using fax machines. The way I see it is, the scanner on these printers should automatically be able to send things through the phone system using Ethernet or using Wi-Fi. I don't understand why fax machines still have to be connected to 56K modems. One thing that is good though is that if you are connected to a 56, oh shit, it says it's unsuccessful. I don't know why. I don't know, maybe it's because of the 1. I don't know. Oh, wait. Okay, no. Nope, it says pass. Everything is pass. So no, actually it looks like it's good. Congratulations, you have successfully set up and tested your printer's fax function. Alright, so I guess that's that. This printer allows you to print to it from anywhere else pretty much in the world, so long as you know what the email address is. I have changed my email address to make it customized, and basically all you have to do is tell your printout that you want to print to whatever the address name it is, and then at hewlett-packard-eprint.com or whatever the rest of the domain is. And that's it. And you can print from just about anywhere on the entire world or your cell phone. All you need is Wi-Fi or internet access. You can also change it so that it's not accessible by just about anyone. You can change it so that only a few people have the right to print to this email address. Now, you notice how it says send to messenger. That also means that if you give somebody the information, let's say that they need directions and you happen to be far away, or you want to take a picture and send it to somebody, you can do that too, as long as you know the HPEprint.com address. What I'm going to do is I'm going to print a test page just to see how the color printing works. So it says save image. Let me see if I can hold the Control P for the print dialog. And I have to explain to this thing that I want you to print from the 8710, but I have to set this as the primary printer. I want it to set from the 8710, black and white, no, that's going to be color. And let me see if I can save some ink. I'm going to change it from quality 600. Well, you can do 1200 DPI. You know, if you're one of those people who need photo quality printers, there are photo quality printers or whatever, but this ain't one of them. So, you know, and if you spend, what is it, like almost twice as much, you can also get duplex printing, so you can print on both sides, which is something that eventually I will get for home. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a laser black and white or something, because the laser colors are extremely expensive. But not unless I see a really good sale. So paper size is letter, color, okay, so let's letter rip. Oh, in fact, what could I do with this picture? I don't know. Okay. You know, okay, instead of printing it out like this, I want to make it bigger. So save image. Let me just save this image to the desktop. And let's see. Okay, B, T. Okay, so I'm going to save this image and open it up. And then I want to make it fit to page. I want to print a full page photo. So let's see it. I'll make a full page photo. And that's something that you have to use their dialogue in order to do. So I'm going to go print up here. And then once you hit the print, then it knows that you want to do this. So what does it say? Photo size. How big? 8 by 10. No, that's too small. 5 by 7. I don't know. Like full page. No, we'll leave it full page. Paper size letter. Paper type plain. Paper size letter. Paper tray main. Okay, I think that's everything. I just want to see, you know, what a. No, but see, that's, you know what? No, I'm not going to do that, because that's wasting a piece of paper. That's wasting a piece of paper. That's not the photo I want. So let me see. Let me change that. Let's type F35. I want to get a nice color photo. Let's see, images. I want to get a nice big photo. Let's see if this one's nice and big. View image. Let me get a nice big photo. Alright, let's see what this one. Save images. Okay. open. Okay, so let's see what the print dialog looks like here. Okay. So how do you want it? Full page. See, this dialogue is a little bit different. But anyway, let me, alright, let's just print it and see what happens. Okay. So printer ready. This will be a quick print. Okay. And that's that. So the printer is completely up and running. Now I could have used higher quality paper or glossy paper or whatnot, and I could have asked it for 1200 DPI, but I'm not going to waste ink like that, so this looks good enough. If there are any questions, you can ask it to me on this video page, but there you go. That's my review of the 8710 to go along with my review of the 8610.